Go ahead and go over this. All right, so I'm doing a couple problems from the astronaut paper, B57. One of the problems is number 9. And I'm sorry, tell me again, Mateo, it's 3.875 divided by what? Yeah. Okay, divided by 8. And the other request was for problem number 14. This is number 9. And problem number 14, which was 22/7. Alrighty, so here we go. So what do I do with this decimal? Guys, oh, you didn't tell me it was on freeze. So what do I do with that decimal?
Bring it up.
Bring it straight up and then just start dividing. Does 8 go into 3?
No.
O for no, because you can't put another digit there. Is 8, does it go into 38? Help me out, people. 8 times 8 is 64.
8 times 1 is 6.
But you want to get it as close to 38 as possible. 8 times what number? It's going to be 4. So, and then mommy multiply. 8 times 4 is 32. Sister subtract. I get a 6. Again, this number can never be 8 or higher, because if it was, it meant this number would have to be bigger. Brother, bring down. 8 goes into 64 how many times? People, come on. How many times does 8 go into 67 without going over? 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. Subtract. Bring down. Is this one where you had to round or keep going? What do the instructions say? 8 into that goes 4. 4 times 8 is 32. And I think this is going to keep going on. What do the instructions say on that one? Does it say to round it? Oh, I could have, if it's round to the nearest hundredth, I could have stopped right here, because here's the hundredth. And is that going to round, is that going to stay 48 or go to 49? It's going to stay 48. Okay. Same thing here. Are the instructions to round it? Mateo, look at the thing. Does it say to round this on 14? Okay, this one's to the thousands. So this one I need to carry it out one more place than thousands. So again, the Top Gun gets to go inside the cockpit, divided by the 7. And I have to put a decimal, and I know I need at least 3 zeros for 1,000, but one more 0 to be able to round it. So bring my decimal straight up, and 7 doesn't go into 2. 7 goes into this 3 times. 3 times 7 is 21. This is from, I think, assignment 25. And that's going to be 1, 0. Divide again. That goes in 1 time. 1 times 7 is 7. Subtract, get a 3. Bring down another 0. Now it goes in 4 times. 4 times 7 is 28. Subtract, get a 2. Bring down another brother, and that goes in 2 times. 2 times that is 14. Subtract, I get a 7, and bring down my last digit to be able to round. Okay, this is not right. That's not a 7. Nobody caught me. That should be a 6. Okay, 20 minus 14 is 6, and then 7 goes into 60 how many times? 9 times 7 is 63, so it would be 8. Okay, 8 times 7 is 56. So it should look like this, but if you have to round back to 1,000, is that going to be 142 or 143? 143. So 3.143. Is that answer there? Is it on your worksheet? Okay, so, all right, so that takes care of that. Now we're going to go to the one for today. And today we're going to start, and I'm not going to do really any of yours except maybe the word problem. I'm going to do these 4 examples. You can write them down if you want, but you don't have to. These are examples. One of the 4, and I'll tell you which one in a second, the last one that we do is going to be on your worksheet. So who knows what you have to do with the decimal? Now we have a decimal in the divisor. Who knows what you need to do? Does nobody know? You don't remember? You have to make it a whole number. So I'm going to multiply it mentally by 10, which moves it over 1 place. Basically, I want to get it right by that division door. So I'm going to move it over once. If I move it over once to the right here, guess what I do with this one? You guys didn't have this last year? Okay, but you forgot? Okay, if I move this over once, I move this over once. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. And then I can divide like normal. I'll divide in just a second. Now look at this second one. This one now needs to get all the way to that division door. Guess how many places I need to move it? I need to move it 3. 1, 2, 3. Once I have it here, well, first of all, if I move this 3, this decimal is going to move away, also 3. 1, 2, 3. So my new decimal, those 2 are gone, and my new placement. Now, if this is my new placement, do you think I need those zeros in front? No. So I would just rewrite it, and today you must rewrite these, and I would rewrite it as 2488.8, and then bring it to the top. Then bring it to the top. I think these today are going to come out perfect. In fact, I'll do this one real fast. So 0, 5 times that is 20. Subtract it, I get a 0. Bring down a 4. Divide, I get 1. 1 times 4 is 1. Yeah, these are going to come out nice and pretty. All right, so I'm not going to take my time to divide that. I just want you to see the setup, because if you look at this one, these are written sideways like these 3 on your worksheet. So who do you think is going to go first on the inside? Yeah, the first guy gets to go first in the house. Divided by 1.6. But Caitlin, can I start when I've got a decimal here? What do I need to do? Move it. Now, by the way, I can sort of estimate if before I start, I can say, I couldn't tell on those others, but on this one, 1 goes into 4 about 4 times. It's going to be probably 3 to 4. Then I have to move it over once. If I move this over once, what else do I have to move? I have to move the other one, and then it can go straight up. So I would rewrite it, clean it up, and it goes in, 1.6. And I'm going to finish this one. Does 16 go into 4? No. Make sure you put an O. I gave a quiz. It was Mr. Ty's quiz. But a lot of his kids said, okay, 16 goes into 41 2 times, and they put the 2 right over that. And then they had 2 digits before the decimal when there should have only been 1. So how many times does 16 go into 41? Think of it like 15. 15 and 15 is 30. Will I be able to fit another 15? No. So this is going to go 2. 2 times that is 32. Subtract, I get 9. Bring down, I get 6. And I'm going to guess that this is, because it ends with a 6, 6 times 6 is 36. I'm going to try that. 6 times 6 is 36, and that is correct. 9 times that is 96. Okay. So again, you're going to be moving that decimal. So we're going to start right away with this one. So now get out your line paper, because this is one of your problems. In fact, this is the number 15. So let's go ahead and look at that one. So on this one, who gets to go into the nice warm house? Which one? Yeah, the top guy. And this one, like Top Gun, gets to go inside the cockpit. So 1.316 divided by 32.9. And if I'm just looking at the whole numbers, if I take these off, 1 divided by 32, $1 split among 32 people. Are we going to get very much money? Probably like 3 cents, like 0.03 or 0.02. We'll figure it out. But anyway, what do I have to do with this decimal? You're going to move it over. And then what do I do with this one? Move it over by 1. And so now we're going to clean it up. Please don't work with this. You have to rewrite it, 329. So Gabriel, you should be writing this into 13.16. And then now I'm going to bring that to the top, and I'm done with the decimal. So, does 300 go into 1? No. Keep those zeros. We can take them off later, but right now you need to know that no number can go there. Does 300 go into 13? No. Then let's pick up the next ones. Does 300 go into 131? No. Does 300 go into 1,316? Yes. Okay. So how do you figure that out? I don't know. I'm going to try 2 ways. If this were 300, I could do this really easy. I take off these 2 digits, and then I take off these 2. 3 goes into 13. How many times is that going over? 4. Because that's not a 12, like if that was a 12, 3 goes into 12 perfectly, I would say it's not going to be 4 because I have to divide by that. But because it's not 12, I'll go ahead and try 4. So I'll try 329 times 4, and that's going to be 36. So I get a 6. Okay, that's good. 4 times 2 is 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 times 3 is 12, 13. And that's it. And that works. So it's going to be 4. So if we split that $1 among, or that much money among 329 people, we're going to get 4 cents each. 4 times that is the 13.60. And again, the only time you have the decimal is here. It's never in any part of your work. So you're going to look on your paper. Now I can drop a 0. And you're going to look and see if you see the answer 0.04. Where it's somewhere here. Oh, and you shade it in. And if you just want to shade it in lightly, and then you can shade it in fully later on, but that answer is right here, 0.04. Put your answer right there. Right. And just so you understand, on the number 5, how many places in do we need to move the decimal? Caitlin, 2. If I move it 2, where do I have to move this one? I move it how many places?
2.
1, 2. So I don't know how long these go. I would suggest you use your paper. We can see how long it's going to be. Now I don't need those front zeros, so clean these up. 128.7. I think that's how many places on this number 6 are you going to move it? 2 places. How many places here, Gabriel?
2.
2. But here's where it's really important. You have to clean it up. I need to take away the front zeros, and I need to take away this 0. So I'm dividing 5 into 41.6. So again, clean it up. It's going to be a lot easier. On the number 7, Abhinav, how many places in do I need to move it? 3, all the way to the division door. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Well, this one's a little different. What do I need to put right here? A 0. So we're going to clean it up. It must be cleaned up. You can't work with this mess. And it's 8 into, who knows the number that I'm going to write down?
620.
Yeah, 620. And I would put a decimal here just in case you need to continue going on. How many places in do you move it on this one? Mateo? 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then I have to go in 1, 2, 3. And so my decimal is going to go right there. So I'm going to clean it up. 6 into 1, 2, 4, 4.4. That's kind of a long one. You might need to do that on your line sheet of paper. All right, the rest of these have to be done on the line sheet of paper. So let's look at, I'm going to help you with the setup on number 16. It says, how many pieces, how many are in the package? A package of M&Ms contains 5 colors and weighs, the whole package is 1.68 ounces. Each candy is 0.03 ounces. So here's my total. This is the total of the package. And then there's, who knows a number that I don't need? I'm looking to see how many M&Ms are in this package. I don't need the 5 because that just says the colors. But I know one M&M weighs 0.03 ounces. Another one weighs 0.03. Another one weighs 0.03. That's 1 candy. That's 2. That's 3. Who knows what I'm going to be doing to this total? Yeah, we're dividing this package up to seeing how many 0.03s. And the number of 0.03s tells me the number of pieces. So I'm dividing up the package weight. So that goes on the inside. So this is one that you have to write down. And I'm dividing it by the 0.03. Before we start it, what do you have to do with that decimal? Gabriel, you should be writing this down. Moving it over. Uh-oh. This was somebody's quiz paper. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. So that goes in 1, 2. This goes in 1, 2. So ultimately, you're going to be dividing 3 into 168. And I'm going to let you finish that. Let me get out a different sheet of paper. This is somebody's quiz paper. Okay. All right. So you can finish that. Then this one. All right. A machine, how many more hours will a machine run? A machine uses 2.5 liters each hour it runs. If its fuel tank was filled with 10 liters, but 1.5 liters has already been used, how many more hours will the machine run? This is a 2-step problem. Does anybody know what I need to do first? Gabriel?
Subtract the 10 by 1.5.
Yeah, because they've already used that. So here's my 10-gallon tank, but 1.5 is used. We have to see how much is left. So you're absolutely right. So we have to take 10 minus 1.5. But what does the 10 need? Where does the decimal go?
After the 0.
So boys and girls, this is your number 17. I suggest you write it down. So after, like a period in a sentence, and then line up. Does anybody know what this is in their head? 8.5. I mean, I could do it pre-varo, getting from the 10 And it is 8.5. So these are the gallons that are left. So that's my total gallons. And when I've used 2.5 liters, 2.5 liters, or it's liters, okay. That's 1 hour has passed. Are we going to use another hour? Is there another 2.5 in here? I've just used one 2.5 liter. I had 8.5. Is there another 2.5 in here? Yes. And that's going to be another hour. Is there another 2.5?
Yes.
Okay. How can we find out how many 2.5s are in our total? When I'm doing this, we're dividing. You're taking your total. The total goes on the inside. And we're dividing it by that 2.5. And we'll finish this one up. What do I have to do with this decimal? People, move it one place, and here move it one place. So we have to clean it up. So it's going to be 25 into 85 point. And I can already tell it's not going to go in there perfectly. So I'm going to put another 0. Does 25 go into 8?
No.
Liliana, how many quarters are in 85 cents? How many quarters are in 75 cents? 3. And then mommy multiply. 3 times 25 is 75. Subtract. Bring down. Oh, this should be an easy answer. How many quarters in $1? 4. So 4 times 25 is 100. And there we go. 4 times 25 is 100. And so the machine will run another 3.4 hours. How many more hours? 3.4. Okay, so I've already helped you multiply with the big number. When you're using the 96, when you're dividing by 96, that's an easy mental rounded to 100. And that'll help tell you how many times it's going to go in. So girls and boys, I'm done. Oh, let's find that 3.4. Where is it? It's here. So you're going to shade all of that. And this is going to give you the answer when you're done. How would you describe Wanda Farr after she met 3 lions deep in the jungle? This is a good answer. I like it. Anyway, people, that is your job. Have a good day.